Hey, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. We want to age as gracefully as possible, don't we? So is there enough evidence out there that proves that certain specific nutrients, ingredients, or supplements can enhance, our skin, our joints, our hair, our nails? And there's a lot of great science that's come out recently with marine collagen tripeptides, riceramides, hyaluronic acid, and there's a new supplement called Dermaval. Well, we've taken all four of those and we've combined it in a supplement called Rejuvenate. 3 delicious flavors, chocolate, cherry vanilla, pink lemonade, and then we have it unflavored for those of you that want to just put it in your coffee in the morning. It's worth a try. I endorse it, obviously, 100%. If you don't like it, we'll give you money back. It's as simple as that. So check it out at Fortifeye.com.
Are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lange. Sponsored by Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. Dr. Lange is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 813-282-8283. That's 813-282-8283. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lange.
Okay. Good afternoon. Good morning, actually. And welcome to Ask the Doctors. This morning it's Dr. Michael Lange and Dr. Susan Summerton. And we're broadcasting live from the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida for our 20th annual Fall Festival. And if you're watching us live on video, Instagram should be working pretty good. Some other video might be freezing a little because our internet connection's bad, but you should be hearing us loud and clear. But we're really excited. We are dressed in our disco attire. What do you think about this day, Dr. Summerton?
I'm pretty excited, and also looking at the weather out there, it's much better than anticipated. So we welcome everyone's around the Villages to come on down and join us. They're already setting up many booths with eyeglass frames out there, decorating the lobbies, and even now we can actually enjoy some outdoor time for the food that they're cooking out there already.
Right, hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue, subs, all sorts of fruits and vegetables, and lots of liquid refreshment. So come on out, Lange Eye Institute from 10 until 2. We already have a lot of people here early, but 10 to 2 in the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. It's our 20th annual Fall Festival. It's actually a beautiful day. It is not raining at all. Remember, we got 35% off all the Fortifeye supplements. We got 35% off frames, 35% off lenses. We have all the frame vendors here, all the designer frame vendors here. Some holistic doctors are here. It's going to be a great time. So Lange Eye Institute, this is Saturday, October 4th, 2025. And you got to check out my 4-inch platform shoes.
Can you lift a leg?
Gold platform shoes. I can't lift it that high. But they're getting it on Instagram right now. So if you go to Dr. Michael Lange _ on Instagram, you can see that. Otherwise, it's hard for me to lift my legs that high. I was out working at the farm the other night and did something bad to my back. And so I'm lucky to be walking. Anyway, I got an update on my brother. Thanks for all the prayers. He had surgery yesterday at Moffitt's, and it went really well. We were there the whole day. So I did have to cancel patients on Friday, but family first, right? And so he's recovering at my Bay home right now. He wanted to make the Fall Festival, but, he's got some sutures throughout his body. So he's doing pretty well. And I want to thank everybody that worked on Rick at Moffitt's. All right. The phone lines, I don't even know the phone line here. I usually have a number that I can call in.
Okay, right there, 813-282-8283.
Say it one more time.
813 282-8283. That's to call the show now. And I believe we've got a little pop-up there. Steve in Clearwater is on the line.
Wow, we're going to try to take a call from the Lange Eye Institute. Let's see if we can retrieve Steve. Hey, Steve, good morning. Welcome to the program. Hello? Steve, are you there?
Yeah, this is Steve.
Hey, Steve, welcome to the program.
Yeah, I'm going to be very brief today, which is unusual for me. I just wanted to wish your brother well, and I hope that all of you have a great time at the festival, and I wish I could be there, and I'm sorry I can't be. And that's all I have to say today.
Well, Steve, that was really short, man. Are you feeling okay today?
It was kind of the David Reader's Digest, David Brinkley's form of journalism there.
Steve, I was kind of hoping you'd give us some disco facts.
What's that?
I was hoping you'd give us some disco facts.
Well, no, I don't have any disco facts other than the fact that I do remember that time. It was a different time, and a lot of people have fond memories of it. So you're going to bring back a lot of fond memories for people today.
Yes, it was some good times. The late 70s and the early 80s. Boy, I can remember like they were yesterday.
I will say one thing about disco. The disco type music has a kind of a recurrent beat all through it, different types of beats. And the heart will sometimes synchronize in its beats with any. So that's probably why a lot of people like disco so much, because that type of music has a tendency to synchronize the cardiac system.
Good music to get some cardio to.
We're going to be playing the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Maybe John Travolta is listening in Ocala, and he'll come down and join us.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and
John Travolta, if you're listening, come on down.
Okay, and if you grow a bunch of plants in different types of music, they will grow at different rates, and their favorite is classical. That's it. I got to go, and I want to give you more time today for other people.
All right, Steve, you take care, buddy.
Take care, Steve.
And it's happy 20th annual Lange Eye Institute Fall Festival Day. So come on out. Let me give you the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins. We are closed today because everybody's at the Fall Festival, but on Monday you can call. It's 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. Also, the website is fortifeye.com. FORTIFEYE, fortifeye.com. I want to mention the chocolate rejuvenate is in. Do I have a hallelujah?
Hallelujah! This isn't the chocolate, but this is what it looks like.
Yep, the chocolate rejuvenate was on back order. It was very fast selling, but we got like 4,000 bottles of it, and we got another order on it. So we got plenty of the unflavored rejuvenate, the other flavors, but the chocolate rejuvenate has been on back order for about 3 to 4 weeks. So it is in. You can get it at 35% off at the Lange Eye Institute today. Also, we do have a select group of people that are interested in our Creapure Creatine HMB vitamin D, and Dr. Summerton is holding that up. And it is available. We have a few cases of it, and it's too large. The bottle's a little large. It's 30 servings, and when you look at it, it's about halfway full. So I'm going to make it into a smaller bottle so people won't think they're getting ripped off. But we've got enough for probably, 10 people to come in that buy it now. And remember, it's 35% off. That is the supplement that we developed for all you vegans out there and non-vegans. You can add it to your vegan protein, and it's going to help build muscle, increase strength, endurance, and increase cognitive abilities, and reduce the dreaded myostatin protein that we talked about last week. Remember, myostatin is a brake on muscle growth. So that's why this is a triple whammy or the trio of building muscle strength and endurance at any age, especially for you elderly people. And when is elderly? After 40, after 50, after 80, after 90? I don't know when elderly is, but it's going to help muscle strength at any age. And it's called Fortifeye Creapure Creatine HMB and Vitamin D. You can order it on the website at fortifeye.com. And I think Dr. Summerton has been on it. I haven't even taken mine yet.
Actually, what I'm drinking right now is one of my favorites, the vegan protein, the salted caramel mocha. I love that in the morning. And I actually have a scoop of that. I have a scoop of the new creatine HMB plus vitamin D. And I have a scoop of just the plain collagen in there. And I'm pretty much drinking that every morning right now. That's my favorite drink. And it's a great way to start the day.
And I gotta toot Dr. Summerton's horn because she doesn't do it enough. So she was just in a little contest over where she works out at the gym at Orange Theory, and she got first place. And I gotta tell you, she actually beat the men in her age group.
Woo, that's amazing.
Is that right?
It is right. But I love it. I love everyone who goes there. It just is such a good feeling when you go to the gym. You're surrounded by people that are taking care of their health. And no matter what shape you're in, it's just doing something, putting that effort forward, getting your heart rate up, strengthening those muscles, doing it what it takes at your level, at your pace, but actually getting out there and doing the work. And we encourage all of you to find what brings you pleasure and allows you to make movement in your life and take those steps to health.
And remember, a pretty famous race car driver said, if you ain't first, you're last. So she was first place. She don't want to be last place, right? All right. The phone lines are open. And the number is
813-282-8283. And I believe we have Gail in Cedar Key.
Hey, Gail. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. I enjoy everything you say. I want to ask you about the vegan super protein. My husband and I are taking your ProFit and then the protein that goes with it. So do we need to buy the vegan protein also?
Well, the vegan protein is a little bit different because you're taking probably the whey protein along with the Fit Pro. And the whey protein is fantastic. There's nothing wrong with whey. It's the most bioavailable, fastest acting protein unknown to man. However, the vegan protein, for those people out there that might have a negative reaction to dairy, all right, may not like whey, or also if you're a vegan, you're not going to take an animal product. And we made the vegan protein to have an amino acid profile as high as whey, and many of the essential amino acids in are actually higher than whey. And Gail, what I do, I mix it up, okay? Because I don't like the body just to adapt to one type of food. So I'll do the vegan protein for a few days, and then I'll do the whey protein for a few days. Or in the morning, I'll do the whey, and at night before bed, I'll do the vegan protein. Remember, the vegan protein is longer acting and slower acting. So if you're using it for a meal replacement or for recovery at bedtime, the Fortifeye vegan super protein is probably a little bit better than the whey. But if you're using it first thing in the morning to break your fast or right after working out, the whey protein is probably a little bit better. So mix it up a little bit.
Okay. Now, you talked about the strength, muscle strength, creatine just now. Is that something separate?
Okay, so that Pure Creatine, HMB, and vitamin D, if you're going to use the vegan protein, absolutely. Combine that with the vegan protein, and that's a double whammy for strengthening muscle endurance, strength, muscle synthesis, even cognitive abilities. But you don't really need to use that with the Fit Pro, okay? Because the Fit Pro has all of that in it. Remember, the Fit Pro is kind of like our Bentley or Rolls Royce of sports nutritional supplement, building muscle and energy. And this one is for people that are more in the vegan camp, and it's a little less expensive. It's still going to give you almost everything the Fit Pro has in it without any of the animal whey protein or animal collagen protein. And also the vegan protein has some different flavors. So people might get bored of unflavored whey or the chocolate or vanilla, and they might want to try the salted caramel, and the chocolate is delicious on the vegan protein as well.
Okay, now the next question, you said creatine something and plain collagen. What was that?
Oh, I said, well, Pure Creatine is the best form of creatine. Creatine should be on everybody's anti-aging list now. Creatine is amazing. They have more clinical studies with creatine than just about anything out there. And so that's important, but always make sure it says Creapure creatine. Otherwise, it's Chinese creatine, and I don't trust that. Our Fortifeye Rejuvenate, however, has that marine collagen tripeptide. And remember, a tripeptide is much more bioactive and faster absorbing than a regular collagen. So the Rejuvenate can be used in conjunction with all of this. And both of us, Dr. Summerton and I, take the Rejuvenate. And if you look at Dr. Summerton's face, she's reversing the aging, really. And I think a lot of that has to do with not only her working out very hard and some of the things that we've been doing, like OptiLight and OptiLift, but proper nutrition. And I like the Rejuvenate, the organic blue-green superfood, the vegan super protein, and of course, the Fit Pro. Those are really my favorite supplements to help, slow down the dreaded aging in our body.
All right, name those three again.
Fortifeye Rejuvenate, Fortifeye
Rejuvenate.
Fit Pro, and Fortifeye Vegan Super Protein. And you're probably already on those because you've been listening to the show for a while.
Yes. Yes, I have, and I really enjoy it, and I'm glad to hear about your brother.
Oh yeah, I am too. There is I can't say enough positive things about Moffitt. So and I'm not on their payroll, but it was so much different from what we got in Mississippi, the news we got from him in Mississippi versus the news we got here at Moffitt. So and I appreciate all those prayers. You can never underestimate the power of prayer.
Amen.
Oh, amen to that. All right. Well, thank you so much. We really enjoy you. We really enjoy your program, and I enjoy you as a patient.
Well, thank you. And I enjoy you as a doctor. Bye, Gail.
Bye-bye.
I did want to highlight a little bit about you too. This Creapure, the brand of creatine in there, it's been hard to find, and it's the quality that we really stress. And Dr. Lange, you're very patient about making sure we had enough of the inventory of the Creapure Pro. I'm saying it, creatine, because even in the time where we couldn't get that, I went and I really searched. I searched all the creatine. I went to Sprouts, I went to Whole Foods looking for something with Creapure in it, and I just couldn't find it. The creatine that's out there, majority of it is from China, and so it's such a blessing to be able to know it's the quality that in it that is matters. We're not got any contaminants. We're getting the right particle size for the right absorption, making sure the dose is consistent, and just sticking to the quality. And we really, really stand by that.
Right, and Creapure is the only German creatine out there. They also make one called Creavitalis. It's basically the same thing as creatine, as Creapure. That's just marketed more to the sarcopenia market versus the sports nutrition market. So creatine, if you're, 15 years old or 99 years old, even 104, you need to add Creapure creatine to your regimen of anti-aging. You will thank me. All right, remember, you can check this out at fortifeye.com, FORTIFEYE, fortifeye.com. Also, go to Fit Pro. We just posted some new information on the website at Fortifeye Fit Pro, and it talks all about the science behind reducing myostatin, which is a protein that blocks muscle growth. And the nutrients that are in Fortifeye Fit Pro and the nutrients that are in our new Creapure HMB vitamin D supplement has been shown in clinical studies to actually help at decreasing this dreaded myostatin protein that is a brake on muscle growth. Also, dark chocolate and green tea helps that as well. So we're in the process, maybe Dr. Summerton and I, at developing a very unique dark chocolate. I'm just planting that seed right now that will curb your appetite and will essentially have no calories, won't spike your blood sugar. And we're thinking of some anti-aging nutrients that we can incorporate into it that won't make it too expensive. So, and the reason I want to do this, we have lots of little, what's the word I'm looking for, snacks here at the Lange Eye Institute that we give patients, and these little chocolate peppermint, white filled deals and things of that nature. Yeah, she's holding one up right here. These things are delicious. And one of them is not going to hurt you. One of them doesn't have that many calories and that much sugar. But let me tell you, sometimes when you're working really hard and on the go, you want to eat one of those. And sometimes you might eat too many of them. So if we had something that's actually good for you with no calories, that's going to curb your appetite, help you maintain that girlish figure, then it'd be ideal. So we're working on that. No telling when we'll have it, but we are working on it. And it was Dr. Summerton's idea.
I do love ways to get healthy chocolate in and have that nice little, we get those cravings for chocolate. And cocoa is very healthy for you. And you want to stick to the dark chocolate to get those benefits of the antioxidant in it. And a little square of dark chocolate every day is actually healthy, but it is in moderation. And it does have to be the higher percentage you see on it, more towards 70% and above, that becomes a nice healthy snack. And they do say if you're craving chocolate, you might even be a little magnesium depleted because it does have magnesium. So then it's good to look at your diet, make sure you're getting all those plants. Magnesium comes from the earth, but our soils are depleted. So even if you are eating a lot of plants, sometimes you need a little bit more magnesium in the diet. And maybe if you're craving a lot of chocolate, that's a sign.
Absolutely. Magnesium is crucial for, all aspects of your health, especially a good heart rhythm. And a little potassium is good too. And that's good not only for your heart rhythm, but also for dry eye. So we always say, eat a banana or an avocado daily and maybe a handful of sprouted nuts and seeds for the magnesium. Now, those of you that are on a carnivore diet, then maybe you need to consider supplementing with magnesium. Also supplementing with lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin, unless you're eating a lot of wild Alaskan salmon, and maybe supplementing with vitamin C and some electrolytes. And then the carnivore diet, you'll thrive. And we all want to thrive and not just survive. All right, we're going to open up the phone lines again. What is that number?
It is 813-282-8283. 813-282-8283.
I'm going to try saying it now. I wrote it down. 813-282-8283. You can give us a call. It's Dr. Michael Lange and Dr. Susan Summerton, both certified optometric physicians and certified nutritional specialists. And Dr. Summerton is also a diplomat and a fellow in the nutritional arena too. She's got more initials next to her name than anybody I know. So you got to come see Dr. Summerton. She's my eye doctor, and she could be your eye doctor too, at the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. And of course, we have Dr. Lori Caputi. She's probably walking around here someplace in her disco outfit, or maybe not. And the phone number for the Lange Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. That is 352-753-4014. And if you come out today, I'm going to give you a really good deal on these gold Cartier sunglasses. All right. These are pure gold. And we're going to do 50% off Cartier today. 50%, not 35%.
That's unheard of.
No, it's unheard of. So if you're down in Miami, you better get up here before 4 o'clock. So 50% off all Cartier, only 35% off the rest of the frames, which is still a pretty good deal. Hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble with that rep. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about kind of an article or plan that I wrote. And I mentioned that last week. A lot of you have gone to the websites and downloaded it and hit on it. So it's called the Lange Wellness and Longevity Plan. Lange Wellness and Longevity Plan is a combination that talks about the Lange survival diet. It talks about some nutritional tips and nutritional hacks. It has a 3-day meal plan, and it gives you 9 meals and 9 snacks. Talks about hydration, sleep, exercise, and supplements. And so it's on all the websites and on Fortifeye.com, LangeEyeCare.com, drmichaellange.com. There's a separate icon at the top of the page. On Fortifeye, you have to go and click on some place to get to it, but you can find it on Fortifeye. drmichaellange.com has a separate icon. LangeEyeCare.com at the top of the page has a separate icon. It's Lange Wellness and Longevity Plan. You can also get a copy of it here at the Lange Eye Institute when you come in as a patient, and we'll give it to you. And it's kind of a blueprint on anti-aging that we've worked on, and Dr. Summerton and I worked on for a long time, putting together what we think really works. Not just our knowledge, it's based on, studies from all over the planet. All right. We're at the Lange Eye Institute, broadcasting live at the 20th Annual Fall Festival here at the Lange Eye Institute. So come on out. It's from 10 to 2. And it's actually a beautiful day. It is not raining, contrary to what the weatherman said. The sun is shining right here at the Lange Eye Institute. They're already fired up the grill. We're grilling hamburgers and hot dogs and making all sorts of sandwiches, and got lots of snacks, lots of beverages. And you can see the whole staff in their disco out attire. Tasha, Miss Fortifeye here, is in a very unique outfit. She's looking good. I'm wearing 4-inch platform shoes and a little disco outfit. I had to pull it out from my 70s wardrobe. If you believe that, I've got some swampland for sale. All right. Let's give the phone number one more time.
You can call this show at 813-282-8283. It's 813-282-8283.
Hey, Dr. Lane, can I ask you a quick question?
Absolutely.
Here on Instagram, we have Carolyn who asked about pistachios, only natural or are processed? You had mentioned about nuts earlier.
Yeah, so pistachios are very good, and I don't even think they have red and green pistachios anymore. Remember, back in the day, pistachios were either red or green. Don't get those. Those have dyes. Get the natural pistachio. And the good thing about pistachio, it's relatively low in lectins and phytic acid, and it's low in oxalates. So it's one of the nuts that I allow people to eat, contrary to almonds. I don't like people eating almonds because they're very high in oxalates, can cause kidney stones. But pistachios also one of the highest amount of lutein, right, Dr.
They
Summerton?
are. It's one of those, the only nut that has the lutein in it. And we always love the lutein for the brain benefits and the eye benefits. So we do encourage a nice little healthy snack of pistachios.
So eat for your health. Remember, God made a pretty good body as long as we give it the right fuel. And you can look at the right fuel. Once again, the Lange Survival Diet. Just Google that. And we give you a list of fruits to eat, a list of vegetables to eat, a list of the proteins and things like pseudograins. We tell you what foods not to combine together. So it's really interesting. The Lange Survival Diet is years of research. We've taken a little bit of all the different diets and combined them into what we think is one of the ideal diets. So we've taken a little bit of the Mediterranean diet, the carnivore diet, the paleo diet, the hallelujah diet, the vegan diet, and we've combined them all into one, the ketogenic diet into one. And, Dr. Summerton and I, and even Doc Hall, when he used to be on us, we always preach that you have to have some carbohydrates, don't you?
You do, and it's about balance. So a lot of it is just energy and what you're using. We always want to prioritize that protein first because all of us need that protein. And then depending on your activity, the more cardio, the more you're moving around, you do have to have those carbohydrates. And then we need a little bit of the healthy fats to help stabilize your appetite and stabilize your hormones. And it's just getting that balance.
And I think, we do put an aspect of the carnivore diet into our meal plans. And I always say that your supper, not for everybody, should be only protein and vegetables or just protein. Last night, we stopped out at Sprouts and bought 2 big grass-fed bison ribeye. And I cooked it for my brother because, of course, he had surgery. So I'm pampering him. And that's all we had. Bison cooked in butter. And I got to tell you, there's 2 or 3 mammals out there, only a couple of mammals that don't get cancer, hardly any cancer. And bison is one of those. So maybe if we eat more bison, maybe we don't get as much cancer. There's also a blind mole rat that doesn't get cancer. Elephants don't get a lot of cancer, and certain whales. But most of us don't eat the blind mole rat. Most of us don't eat elephants. Most of us don't eat whale. But we can certainly eat bison, can't we?
Bison is delicious, and if you guys haven't tried it, it does taste very similar to just regular beef, but there's not as much fat in it, and I really enjoy bison. You can buy it as ground beef or you can buy it in the steaks. It's pretty readily available in most of the grocery stores.
And I don't know, can you tell? I can't tell where the messages are coming through in there. Does it look like we're looking up on our screen, which is like 10 miles from us right now?
I think we're good right now.
Okay.
All right. Can we talk something a little bit about creatine and why it's so important for men and women of all ages? Because
Yes,
I know that you have a new product. We talked about it a little bit earlier. I also want to get, if we can, some insight from Dr. Summerton as well. So if you guys can talk about that, that would be awesome.
Well, creatine, like I said, is one of the best nutrients, most studied nutrients on the planet. And there's really no negative aspects of creatine. You know, a lot of people in the past said it caused you to bloat and things of this nature. You know, that was inferior creatines. And I hate to say it, I'm not going to knock the country, but the ones that they're made can cause some gastric distress because it might have some impurities in it. But that's why you stick with German Pure creatine. It is the purest creatine on the market. Nobody will tell you different than that. And remember, it's good at helping build muscle, build strength, build endurance, build power, and help cognitive abilities. And most athletes now are required, believe it or not, by their coaches to be taking creatine, especially if you're playing football, if you're a boxer, even car racers, motocross racers, because it reduces the chance of you getting concussion syndrome. It also helps cognitive ability, reduces dementia and older age. But a lot of people used to think that creatine was only for men.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dr. Summerton is an athlete. She takes creatine, and I don't think she would take it if it was bad for women. Now, would you?
No, but I understand what went out there a long time ago. I used to see the same thing. It was only the guys that worked out at Gold's Gym that took it. And because we thought there was that stigma that it's to make you big and bulky, but it's just to provide energy for the strength and the power, which we all want strength, whether you have huge muscles or small muscles. We still need strength to lift grocery bags. We still need strength to lift up the grandbabies. We still need strength to get out of bed. So, no matter what you're doing, you need that. But it's the cognitive benefits. And that's why we want to make sure it crosses into the brain that's a pure creatine with no contaminants. And there's an interesting study. If you haven't slept well, then that happens to us occasionally. We really want to focus on getting good sleep, but there are nights when you haven't slept well and then the brain doesn't work as well. And creatine has been shown to make up that mental fatigue that comes after not getting enough sleep. So if you're traveling or jet lag or a time like that, that's a time you can give yourself an extra scoop of that creatine to get through that. And there's even clinical trials now on Parkinson's to help and on traumatic brain injury after that too. So it's not all about the muscle. It's not all for men. It has been studied in children. It has been studied in retirement age. Every age it's safe to take. Usually the dosage is about 5 grams. There is some people say to load the dose at first to get your levels up when you first get it to have a more timely effect where they start off at 20 milligrams, but it's okay. I always kind of say just start off slow with 1 scoop a day, and that should work great for you.
And also, there's some new science that suggests even higher dosages of creatine for people that are cognitively impaired. So you can easily double that dose. I usually give my mom 10 grams of Pure creatine. You can double that dose, and some people could even triple and quadruple that dose. I've seen studies as high as 20 grams of creatine. But I think 5 to 10 grams of creatine is totally safe, and it's been studied for, 20, 30 years, thousands of clinical studies. So if you get anything from this program today, go find some Pure creatine. But also the triple whammy or the dynamic trio is creatine, HMB, and vitamin D. And all three of those are in Fit Pro, but now we have it in a less expensive Creapure HMB vitamin D supplement that you can get at fortifeye.com. But remember, come on out to the Lange Eye Institute today in the Villages, Florida. You can talk with me. You can talk with Dr. Summerton. You can talk with the Fortifeye gal, Tasha. She's here. She travels the globe with Fortifeye vitamins, promoting Fortifeye vitamins to doctors from all over the globe. And I'm going to let her chime in briefly about, her, health regimen, her weight loss goal recently. She never was obese by any means. She's always been a beautiful lady. But, sometimes we start working so much, we don't exercise as much, we don't eat the right foods, and the pounds start to come on and they add up pretty quickly. And Tasha's lost that weight. Dr. Summerton also in that anti-aging kit. Tony, who called in last week, amazing with Tony. We're going to have him on soon in the studio with us because his story is amazing. But you've lost some weight pretty quickly, haven't you?
Actually, Dr. Lang, I have. I'd say in the past 2 years or year and a half, I've lost over 50 pounds. I can 100% warrant it to Fortifeye products. They are all natural. They're amazing ingredients. I literally was in your office yesterday waiting to talk to you, and you were going through bottles of vitamins, inspecting each one meticulously to make sure that what is in it is what is supposed to be in that product. Who does that? Literally, who does that? It's amazing. I take Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate, I am 43 years young. Rejuvenate is my all-time favorite product that we have. It is a amazing marine collagen tripeptide. And I'm going to have Dr. Lang explain a little bit better about a tripeptide, but tripeptides are a smaller molecule. They are getting into my system a lot faster, helping with my hair, my skin, my nails, but also it has hyaluronic acid in it as well, which is amazing for my joint pain. I suffer from sciatica, unfortunately, so this has been fantastic for me. 2 years I've been taking it and not had any sciatica pain, and that's me personally. So losing the weight that I've lost, which has just been fantastic for me, taking these amazing products, all these clean, amazing, delicious products. Guys, he knows what he's talking about. He may be an eye doctor, but he's also a board-certified nutritional specialist, and he's out to look for all of us, from your eyes to your body, from the inside out.
And she does bring up a valid point. I was last night late. No, it was last night or the night before last. Yeah, it was night before because I was at Moffitt's yesterday. So it was Thursday night. I was taking the new supplements and I opened up the capsules, analyze them with the microscope, analyze them with the slit lamp. I weigh them out and make sure that, the company is giving me exactly what I want. And I got to tell you guys out there, we've been trying to constantly make things better and better and better. And a doctor recently had got some of the Fortifeye Macular Defense and said the capsule wasn't filled 100%. Well, that's true because what we're doing, we're trying to minimize the flow agents and things like magnesium stearate. This is a natural vegan flow agent. So we're putting the least amount in so it can still flow and go into a capsule. So that's why the capsules aren't 100% filled. But since she brought that to my attention, we're probably going to go to a smaller capsule. So if you look at the capsule and it's not totally filled up, it's exactly correct. It has what's supposed to be in it. Believe me, I check, double check, triple check. It's all third-party tested. I don't even trust third-party testing, so I personally test everything myself. All right, I see we've got.
Say hi to Lauren, our scribe here.
Hi, Lauren. Say hello. Lauren is our scribe. She helps. You can see her right up there.
Down a little bit.
Down a little bit. And Lauren helps everything run smoothly. Our scribes are crucial because Dr. Summerton and I and Dr. Caputi, we cannot take the time to be typing into the computer, into the EMR system, because then that's less time we spend with you, the patient. So the scribes type everything we say. They get everything going smoothly. They put the prescriptions in for the drugs. They do everything. They do lots of specialty testing for us. So Lauren is our right-hand man. I always call her Dr. Lauren.
I will say I've been in ophthalmology for at least 10 years, and these are the first optometrists that I've worked exclusively with, and I have learned so much over the last year that I've been here with them because for one, they really care about their patients, and for two, the nutrition standpoint of how it affects eyes is just astronomical. I have never really put two and two together when it came to nutrition and eyes, but they take the time with every patient to tell them how bettering their health will affect their eye health in the end.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you for that. You get a little extra bonus for saying that.
Not an extra hot dog today, though.
No, thank you.
You know, Dr. Summerton brought something up to me the other day, and since this is kind of my Cancer Awareness Month, a nutrient that we've been recommending forever for people for their vision, something called Fortifeye Focus and Fortifeye Focus and Brain, that has lutein, zeaxanthin isomers, astaxanthin, and even cognizine. And there's some studies now that show that zeaxanthin might actually have an anti-cancer effect. And these are observational studies, and I admit they need some bigger double-blind, placebo-controlled long-term studies. But we have found now that increased dietary intake of zeaxanthin is less types of cancer, colorectal cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer. So zeaxanthin is in orange bell peppers, it's in goji berries, it's in Fortifeye Focus, it's in Fortifeye Focus and Brain, it's in Fortifeye Complete, it's in Fortifeye Macular Defense. So we've been pushing zeaxanthin for a long time, haven't we?
We have. And if you used to take it, it used to be, we used to say just lutein by itself. So if you have a supplement with lutein, look at it, turn it over, and make sure it has the zeaxanthin in it as well, because we do know they work better together than they do alone. Plus, you get the additive benefits now for your health of the zeaxanthin. And it is kind of hard to get in your diet enough of it to where it's going to cross through your blood-brain barrier. Your brain's going to take what it needs first. It's only if there's enough left over that it makes it all the way into the very center of the back of your eye, and it's stored in your macula there. So we want to make sure you're not only eating it in your diet, but unfortunately these days it's hard to get. So we love you to supplement it to make sure you've got plenty for it.
And remember, it has astaxanthin in it. And when we say go for Creapure creatine, go for asteryl astaxanthin, the most studied form of astaxanthin on the market, one of only 2 that were found not to have any impurities in it. So Fortifeye Focus has the asteryl astaxanthin, and it has the trademark forms of lutein and zeaxanthin in as well. Not to get off the subject, but those of you that are on Facebook, can't see this. Instagram can, and I know that Facebook has been kind of going in and out, but I'm holding up my shoes. These might become a regular part of my attire in clinic.
I really
It's
hope
a 4-inch platform shoes.
Ooh, Lordy.
And you gotta come. We're doing some disco dancing if my back holds out. So I might need a few shots of whiskey, and I don't even drink. But come on out to the Lange Eye Institute for the 20th annual Fall Festival today. We have a lot of vendors here. We're going to be showing you the new EyeDaptic Low Vision device. Kenny with Foresee Home Monitoring Macular Degeneration System. What is that called? Foresee Home PHP?
Foresee Home.
Yep.
Could we possibly go show it? We've got about 5-7 minutes.
No, but we could go find Kenny maybe if he's out there, and he could come in and talk about it.
Kenny just waved.
Yeah, Kenny just waved. So
Lauren's
Lauren's going to see if Kenny out there with Foresee, and he can come in and he can lay down the law about this new product. So macular degeneration is so important. We see so many patients with macular degeneration.
Yep.
And
Right
we
there.
know that there's a nutritional component to macular degeneration. And that's why we developed the Fortifeye Macular Defense, the Fortifeye Next Gen Zinc-Free Macular Defense, the Fortifeye Advanced Retina Formula. That's why you have a diet specifically for macular degeneration. We do a lot of testing, but now there's an at-home device that we recommend for our patients that actually helps you detect a change in your macular degeneration in the earliest stages. The key is early detection. We want to determine if the dry form of macular degeneration is turning into the wet form of macular degeneration. So now we have a young gentleman, not quite as pretty as Dr. Summerton, sitting next to me. Introduce yourself, Kenny.
My name's Kenny Fry with Nodal Vision.
And he's been a guest on the Ask the Doctor. So that's why he's so at ease
And
right
look how
now.
fit I am too. I've been taking your supplements. I mean, I'm looking good here.
You are,
right?
You're looking very good. So you give him the little, 2-minute spiel about the Foresee.
Yeah. It is an insurance covered device. So there's nothing for the physician or the patient to buy. And he's right. The whole point is for early detection. That's what we're about. So what this device does is it's a little daily test, takes about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, a few clicks of a mouse, and the artificial intelligence in the device is tracking the results. And the idea is that if there's any change in that back area of the eye, we want the doctor to know about it right away. Because the quicker we get you back in to see your doctor, the quicker he can or she can decide whether or not there has been a significant change, like a bleed that has started. Because as soon as we get you to the retina doctor, the sooner the better, because the results are huge. The average patient, when they're using an Amsler grid, which is like a piece of graph paper from home, 20/80 or worse is the visual acuity. And unfortunately, we really can't improve on that much once those injections start. With us, it's 20/30 plus. So it's 4 to 5 lines of improvement, which, just to be clear, that's whether or not you can drive to Publix, play pickleball or whatnot. So it's really a big deal.
And remember, the key is early detection. And more doctors are starting to recommend this, and I think they will, especially with these educational videos that we do. More doctors will get on the bandwagon. I mean, why wouldn't you do it when it's usually covered by your insurance? All right, it's a simple, like, 2-minute process at your home. You do it in the privacy of your home. So if you're interested in this, come on by the Lange Eye Institute. If you're not a patient at the Lange Eye Institute, you can become a patient of Dr. Summerton or myself or Dr. Caputi. We are experts in diagnosing macular degeneration in the early stages. We have everything we need. We have the OCT angiogram, that's called OCTA. We have electroretinograms. We have digital photography. We have dark adaptation. And now we have at-home technology to help detect it in the earliest stage. And Nodal Vision is the parent company.
Yep.
And it's called Foresee.
Foresee Home. That's correct. And we're the only one in the world that does at-home monitoring for your eye.
So if you have dry macular degeneration, if you qualify, you should talk to your doctor, talk to your optometrist, or talk to your ophthalmologist about that. Thank you,
That's it.
Kenny.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Good to see
it.
you. All right.
All right. And you can come talk to Kenny here at the Lange Eye Institute. All right. And he'll talk to you about this and educate you on the latest technology for the detection of macular degeneration in the early stages. Also, I want to update you on the Valida light therapy. We've talked about this on this program a few times. We're really excited about it. It got FDA approved in November, and we were hoping to get it early summer, but then the company actually sold to Alcon. So that slowed everything down. And I've been in the process of discussing this with the powers that may be. And hopefully the Lange Eye Institute will be one of the first, and Dr. Summerton and myself will be one of the first doctors in Florida to be treating the dry form of macular degeneration with what we call photobiomodulation therapy. And that is a series of lights that can actually treat macular degeneration. And with that, we actually have another guest that's going to come in.
Surprise. No pressure.
We've got a lot of people. We're putting you on the spot here.
Great. I love it.
EyeDaptic.
Yes. Hi.
Let you show right here. Have a seat.
Great.
Have a seat right here, and you can introduce yourself to
Hi.
the world.
Hi, my name's Kelly Sheets. I work for EyeDaptic. So I'm sure Dr. Lange just told you this is a company. We make a wearable device for patients that have AMD. And so what's really cool about this is you wear these glasses. They are connected to a phone. But in real time, we take in what's around you and we pump it into high resolution displays right in front of your eyes. And we have patients that can see faces again. They can read again. It's really life-changing. So it's awesome.
Oh, and EyeDaptic is amazing. If you look at it,
Yep.
It's not quite as cool as my gold disco glasses, but it is pretty cool. It looks like a pair of Oakley sunglasses. It's not the typical low vision device that you've seen for years, even here at the Lange Eye Institute. It's really cool. It's so advanced. It does some amazing technology. We have about 3 or 4 patients now that have already purchased this unit and some that are considering it. And these are for people that are somewhat vision impaired from macular degeneration and other disease entities. It helps you zoom in up close, read, and in the distance. But it also has that AI technology built in too.
As well. So it's called Ivy. And so you can actually use it sort of like you use Siri or Alexa. You can ask her questions about what's around you. You can also take pictures and say, Ivy, what am I looking at? And she will describe in vivid detail exactly what you're looking at. She can find your earbuds. She can find hearing aids. She can read to you. It's really incredible.
Amazing technology.
Yes.
If you're interested, come to the Lange Eye Institute, see Dr. Summerton, myself, or Dr. Caputi, and their staff will actually do a demonstration, or you can come out today at the Lange Eye Institute for the Fall Festival. When the sun is shining, a lot of you got afraid because we thought it was going to be raining. So come on out and you can see the device firsthand. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
It's
right.
great to meet you. Hope we see you here.
All right, Dr. Summerton, you're going to have to look at the screen and tell me how much time we have because I don't have a
5
clock.
minutes.
We have 2 minutes left, I believe. 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute, because they usually put the music
Yeah.
on. All right, so we don't have much time. I want to invite everybody to come out to the Lange Eye Institute for the Fall Festival, the 20th Annual Fall Festival. We're all here. We're going to feed you. You got lots of drink, lots of activities, lots of free stuff, lots of huge discounts. So come on out today at the Lange Eye Institute. Is the music on yet?
I think it's about to. I just still have the 1 minute sign, but definitely come on down. The weather's holding up. Come check out all the frames we have, get the discounts, enjoy the food and the music, and Dr. Lange and his disco gear, and meet the rest of our staff. We have a great team here. And I think you got 10 seconds, Dr. Lange.
All right, with that, I'm going to tell everybody goodbye. Thanks for tuning in and
30
listening to Ask the
seconds.
Doc. Oh, we got 30 seconds. Sorry, folks, because we're doing it kind of off the cuff here at the Lange Eye Institute. We don't have the board operators all in front of us, but it's not a bad job. I think Dr. Summerton's doing a great job. I might not, but she is. So now we got, what, 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
Nice.
Thank you to all our team here at Lange Eye. Thank you for everybody for coming out today. And thank you for listening. God bless. Have a fantastic day.
And God bless America. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah.